Old BBC, what can we say? First thing, when anyone mentions the BBC, that comes to mind with me is Jimmy Savile. Nobody knew, nobody knows what somebody's soul's like. Everyone was shocked. The royals, the celebrities, the politicians, absolutely sickening. Absolutely sickening. See, like these, our pets, kids, unconditional love. They rely on you to look after them, treat them right, feed them, protect them. The BBC. 1946 it came about. Broadcasting, TV, and then radio. I remember times when the TV remote was me. Tuning a big dial, BBC One, BBC Two and ITV. We only had them 3 channels. Then Channel 4 came about. That was refreshing. Then Channel 5. And now we have a whole host of media, Prime, Netflix and the like. And still people who don't watch the BBC pay a licence fee for fear of someone turning up, knocking on your door, demanding fines, or worse, sending you to prison, like some pensioners. People like Hugh Edwards paid massive salaries. We pay, bastion of society, a leader of men, a man of integrity at the top of his game, delivering the sad news to the nation that the Queen had died, and many other things. Multi-award winner. Outed by the Sun newspaper, but they were to be discredited. Police arrested, no charges. The BBC had no idea. They kept him on air. 2-tier Crown Prosecution Service. 2-tier policing. He's gone guilty, but not before playing the card of all cards, a mental health card. I've seen people defending him. He might be gay. He might be bisexual. Is that a defence? He's gone guilty. All we've heard is pictures of children. It's far worse than that, isn't it? It's quite a sordid tale, really. But we only get to hear what the media are putting out there. And then there is the BBC executives, paid mass amounts of money. 10 times what Jimmy Savile's victims were awarded. Loathsome people defending the BBC. The BBC, I've been told, is regulated. Again, it's at the forefront of journalism. Cracking programmes like Question Time, where people who love or hate Lawrence Fox, Nigel Farage, are invited on. And then try and lead them into traps with pro-Labour, unionist teachers or activists or even actors there to ask trick questions. Biased. Secure Karma, 2-tier Kia. And worse is now being called. We're talking about internment camps now for people who are there. Not rioting, just being there now. We're coming after you. We're coming after you. We know that is going to be 2-tier, don't we? There's protests that will go ahead and protests that dispersal orders will be issued for. But yes, Sir Keir supports the BBC, and why wouldn't they? Propaganda. Labour propaganda. This guy needs to go to prison. He's a prominent figure. He's been at the forefront of the BBC journalism programmes, delivering the most up-to-date, accurate and interesting news to the nation. He needs to go to prison. Need to send out a message, don't we? But these elites get different. Anyone seen him going to court, even though he's unwell, having played that mental health card, in his sunglasses, doesn't seem too perturbed to me. Perhaps a deal's already been done. And the police protecting him, smiling, walking along. Very careful how they use words, aren't they? They're talking about images of children. Don't get any darker than that. I've no one heard the word, you know, the vegetable, the little round one that grows in a pod, pea. And then let me think, oh yeah, women and lads nowadays trim the nails with a file, put the two together. No one's using that word, are they? He's admitted to some things. It's far deeper and more sordid than that. We'll never know. Who thinks he's going to prison? What would life like be in prison? Well, I'll tell you now. He'd be in a soft prison, him, and he would be looked after. Quite definitely. Just going to leave it there, guys. Chile John Carney. It's a channel. Look it up. One word. He talks about the BBC and the licence fee. Whether you have to pay it. Whether BBC licensing goons can come through your front door. What a job that is. Upstanding people, eh? Going round checking on people, bullying pensioners and the like. Yeah, very, very brave indeed. So the BBC, funded by us. Overpaid sports pundits and the like. Hugh, people like him. Executives knew nothing. It's a very, very sordid corporation, that. 500,000 people last year cancelled the licence fee. Think about it. Think about what they stand for. They're biased, political bias, and the way it protects its own. I'm just going to leave it there, guys. Thanks for your continued support. You obviously all love Brian. He will be out blogging as soon as he's had his injections. This is Goose, our eldest. She's put him in his place. But yeah, it's all about the kids. They look to us to protect them. Unconditional love, just like animals. BBC, Chile John Carney. Go and have a look. We're funding them. God bless you all. Thanks for coming. I'll see you.
In the shadows they reside, secrets etched in stone, echoes of forgotten cries. Behind these walls alone, behind the walls where darkness thrives, whispers linger, secrets hide, invisible chains